Students, in today's history class, let us explore what the changes in cultural traditions were in Europe during the period 1300 to 1800. Students, the European history can be divided into various periods as ancient period, medieval period, early modern period and modern period.
The period up to 400 AD is known as Ancient Period. The period between 400 AD and 1300 AD is known as Medieval Period. The period between 1300 AD and 1800 AD is known as Early Modern Period. And the period from 1800 to the present is known as Modern Period.
Students, now let us see what were the conditions in Europe during the medieval period, that is between 400 AD to 1300 AD. The Roman Empire was the predominant power in Europe, controlling most of Europe, Turkey and Egypt for a long time in the ancient period.
During this time, the cities like Rome and Alexandria flourished. The culture, which includes sculpture, paintings, architecture, literature, philosophy and science, have been developed in places like Greece and Rome. The culture that was developed then was of a very high quality.
But the Roman Empire came to an end after 400 AD. After this, there existed no large empires in the Western Europe. At the same time, the cities also declined, which led to people living in villages. The trade also was not huge. During this time, a social system called feudalism began to dominate Europe.
In the feudal rule, the political power vests with the large warrior landlord who had control over the villages and the peasants.
The peasants were dominated by serfs who were like bondage laborers. They would act according to the words of the lords, cultivate their lands, work for them and also would fight wars for them. The serfs had their own lands on which they worked to earn their livelihood and feed their families. Students, there was high insecurity among these peasants as the lords were in a constant war with each other. At this time, the Roman Catholic Church dominated the people's culture, which stressed on the obedience to Christian faith. Students, the Roman Catholic Church played an important role in influencing the people. The Roman Catholic Church did not encourage people to think on their own. Instead, it asked the people to believe whatever the priests told them.